Hello, fellow chess enthusiasts! Today we're exploring another exciting variation of the Scandinavian Defense, the Portuguese Variation. This line, known for its complex strategies and tactical opportunities, is a great choice for aggressive players looking for unbalanced positions. We'll guide you through each move and explain the strategy behind them, making sure you're ready to utilize this variation in your own games. Now let's break down the opening move by move. 1. e4, d5. White starts off by taking control of the center with pawn to e4. Black immediately challenges this central dominance with pawn to d5, signaling the Scandinavian defense. 2. d5, knight f6. In response, White accepts the pawn offer. Meanwhile, Black develops the knight to f6, preparing for a swift counterattack. 3. d4, bishop g4. Now, White solidifies their control of the center by advancing the pawn to d4. Black makes an interesting move by developing the bishop to g4. This is the signature move of the Portuguese variation, pinning the white knight and increasing the pressure on the center. 4. f3, bishop f5. White attempts to break the pin and challenge Black's bishop with pawn to f3. Black, in response, retreats the bishop to f5 to maintain its active role. 5. c4, e6. White continues development by pushing pawn to c4, aiming to assert control in the center. Black responds by pushing pawn to e6, aiming to reclaim the pawn sacrificed earlier. 6. e6, knight c6. White decides to accept the pawn sacrifice, leading to another pawn exchange in the center. Black develops their knight to c6, adding pressure to White's central pawn on d4. 7. Bishop e3, bishop b4. White focuses on piece development, placing the bishop on e3 to guard the d4 pawn. In response, Black develops their bishop to b4, giving a check and forcing White to respond. 8. Knight c3, queen e7. To block the check, White develops the knight to c3, supporting the center and preparing to castle kingside. Black plays queen e7, preparing to castle queenside and applying more pressure on the e-file. In the Portuguese variation of the Scandinavian defense, Black aims for an aggressive setup with early piece activity and central tension. The development of Black's bishop to g4 creates a pin and opens up opportunities for tactical complexities. White, on the other hand, needs to play carefully to maintain central control while handling Black's active piece play. Did you know the Portuguese variation is named after the Portuguese chess player Carlos Carvalho, who popularized this line? Despite the Scandinavian defense's origins dating back to the 15th century, it was not until the mid-20th century that the Portuguese variation began to gain popularity. We hope you found this journey into the Portuguese variation of the Scandinavian defense insightful and enlightening. Remember, understanding the motives behind each move is as important as knowing the moves themselves. So, keep practicing, keep analyzing, and above all, keep enjoying the game. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll uncover more interesting openings and defenses. Until then, checkmate.